Hey everybody, this review is on Avatar Aang. So the plot of this movie is after the events of the Avatar The Last Airbender TV show, Team Avatar's all grown up. They're all adults now, and this time they need help from this guy named Taga, played by Dave Bautista, who wants Team Avatar to help him find the staff which belonged to Sonam, who's an air avatar, and he wants to but he actually wants to use it to bring airbenders back to overthrow other benders as retaliation because they killed them, particularly the Fire Nation. If you've seen the show, you know the Fire Nation wiped out a lot of the four nations because obviously the intro to the show explains it. So Team Avatar has to form together and try and stop Taga from obtaining the staff and committing genocide and to help bring peace among all four nations again. Paramount, I hate you. I hate you. I went on a studio tour for my birthday like 4 years ago and I thought it was extremely fun, but if I would have known, this movie was so good. Like, why was this not in theaters? I thought this movie was really good. If you don't know, I am a fan of that. Well, fan's a strong word, but like, I do really like Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you notice, I mean, it was an old video of mine. I'm pretty sure it's probably cringy and dated by now. I mean, I feel that way with all my old videos, but a few years ago back, I did review the Avatar: The Last Airbender show, and if you want to know what I think about it, I really like it. I think it's a very good show. It definitely really gets you hooked instantly, and it's definitely not like other kids cartoons because you have to watch the show in order. It's one big story. It's not episodic. It's not just a new villain every episode. No, it's yeah, there's jokes in it, like there's some comic relief, but it's mostly a serious show. So it's definitely the black sheep of most Nicktoons, and it's definitely one of their best ones. And if you're wondering, I have seen Legend of Korra, and don't shoot me, I think Legend of Korra is better. I still love Avatar though. I still really like, but Legend of Korra definitely one of my favorite Nicktoons. I really really like that show, and this movie was really good. Although, yeah, it perhaps didn't really need to exist. I mean, it takes place between Avatar and Korra, and you don't really want to know how Team Avatar did everything as adults because when you watch Legend of Korra, like you just assume everything all went well. Like you don't need to be informed about everything. But for a story that wasn't really needed, I really liked this movie. It has very good animation, not surprisingly. It's definitely on par, not on par with the show, but you can tell it's more expensive. You can tell this was made to be a theatrical movie because just looking at it was so good. The action, the scale, everything. I mean, it's not as action focused as you'd think. Like, I mean, I know the Avatar show was a bit of both. It was both action as well as world building and storytelling. It has action, but it's not focused on constant action. It's not overstimulating. It's not always in your face. It's more about the characters, which makes sense because the whole show is about Team Avatar growing up, and now that they are grown up, you actually want to know what happened with them, and you actually want to know their characters, and you're invested in their culture and their dynamic of friendship and whatnot. So, and you didn't really, sure, you maybe didn't really need to know everything about how one airbender was retaliating, but it was an interesting concept, like for to see how Aang grew as a character, how he can bring peace among nations. Like if he can make peace with Zuko and bring everyone together, then he could stop another airbender from trying to take out the Fire Nation. And even though nobody from the show returned, I mean, understandably, because I guess some of them just maybe didn't want to do it, or they've moved on, or didn't act. But a lot of it's because they didn't want to whitewash the cast, which I swear the Apu controversy really ruined the image of voice acting. Like, heck, the voice actress for Toph couldn't even come back because they had to get a blind voice actress, the one who voiced Trixie from Fairly Odd Parents and Kimmy from Rugrats, because she's actually blind in real life. And it's stupid. They like because they wanted an actual blind woman to play Tom. I'm like, it's just her voice. Who's gonna care about the voice? Like, no disrespect to the actors. Like, I know it wasn't their decision, and heck, all the replacements were really good. It's just we really need to bring this whole thing back. Cartoon characters should be voiced by can be voiced by anybody. I don't care who you are. Heck, I was Bart's age when I started watching The Simpsons. I didn't complain he wasn't voiced by a real 10-year-old, but I'm getting sidetracked. But voice acting aside, like, I did really think they all did good. Stephen Young, apparent also, for what he was given, I thought he was a really good choice for an older Zuko. I mean, he wasn't really as developed. Same with Toph. Like, Zuko and Toph weren't really. It's mostly Aang's story, and Katara. She's in it a little more, but than Toph and Zuko. But mostly it's mostly Aang's story, which, I mean, that's fine. Like, because you didn't really need to know the arc of everybody and what they did as adults and whatnot. But there and Taika Waititi's in the movie. He voices this. I forget what he's called. He's like some kind of he's some kind of weird, like, I think he's called a gorilla vark or something. He's like this weird warthog thing with six eyes. It's really insane, and it definitely brings that weird mythical fantasy vibe Avatar had, which, yeah, there is some comic relief, like I said, like the show, but it doesn't ruin everything. It's mostly an action drama at its core, and it never loses focus. It really keeps the spirit of the show. And it's just, why wasn't this in theaters? Like, yeah, sure. The third act maybe was a little not strong because, we didn't really need to know everything, and but still, it was really good. It's just a fun little side Avatar story. Like, even if you're not interested in what happened between the events of Avatar and Korra, if you just want to see Team Avatar once more and you want to see them as adults for a different take, just for one project, like, it's not gonna hurt. So I really liked it. It was very good. It did have a really cool villain, like I said, Dave Batista. He has a really good voice for an animated villain. I thought Taga was really good. I mean, yeah, he didn't start out that way. He's just, like I said, because he wanted to find the staff, but he was on their good side. But then he's like, no, I want to take the staff for myself. That sounded nothing like Dave Batista. but but he was a lot of fun. I thought he was a really good villain. Maybe not as strong as lots of the Fire Lords from the show, but I thought he was really cool. He was definitely the show stealer. And of course, Appa's in the show. You gotta have him. You gotta have Aang on his flying bison. It was just an all around really fun movie. So far, this is my favorite animated movie of the year. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely my favorite animated movie of the year so far. No, wait, no, Mario is no. It's neck and neck. Like, Mario was really good. Yeah, aside from Mario, this is my favorite animated movie of the year. I really liked it. I wish I could have seen this in theaters. I know I'm really saying that, and I know I'm not gonna undo it, but it was a really good experience. Well, at home wise, if you have Paramount Plus, it's on there. So yeah, like I said, didn't beat Mario, but for an animated movie this year, I think this is one of the best ones, and it might make my top 10 of this year. So, but I guess we'll see what the rest of the year has to offer. So if you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, this is a really good movie to watch. Even if you're not super interested in, like, what this brings to the show and the story and how it bridges the gap between Avatar and Korra, it's just a really good movie regardless. Like, you can just watch it as a standalone story and you'll be fine. Like, my grandma watched it and she thought it was cool, and she doesn't know a single thing about Avatar, but yeah, I really liked the movie. I thought it was really good. So yeah, like I said, if you're an Avatar fan, definitely check it out. And even if you're not a fan of Avatar, it's just a fun little animated action movie to watch. So if you want something to watch over the weekend, I highly recommend checking it out. So take care.